What's up, everybody? It's Supersmallchibiwolf, and today I'm going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 and talking about my predictions and things that I would love to see. So let's get into this. So the first thing I would like to talk about is the look of the console, because that's the first thing you see before hearing the name. So I think it looks interesting, you know what I mean? And, I think, when I first saw it, I was like, it's one that clicks instead of slides. And then I was like, okay, that's going to be interesting. You know what I mean? So instead of boop, bloop, up and down, you get this, you just connect it, you disconnect it. Now, of course, you're probably going to have a little button to activate the maybe magnetic fields or whatever they're going to do, inside of here. So it's interesting. I'm like, okay, this is interesting and cool. Then I was kind of like, look-wise, I was like, I feel similar to how I feel the name, and that is, it's similar to a Nintendo Switch, but it kind of makes sense. And when I talk about the name-wise, you'll understand what I mean. So this was, more of a magnetic field, you in and out, real good. Maybe you want to, passionately put this in, but Nintendo Switch is, Nintendo Switch 2. I kind of feel like Nintendo has created, and this is when I get into the name wise, Nintendo has created a way to find a family line to compete with the PlayStation line in a creative way. Now let me explain that. You know how Sony has the PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, blah, blah, 6 probably. Nintendo Switch, Nintendo has created the Switch line. They have the Nintendo Switch. They introduced this concept. Really cool. Other companies, I would say at the time, they had something similar, because you could put a PSP from the early 2000s on the TV and still play it on the go, but it's not the same thing, So Nintendo was like, you know what? No more cables. Boom, Nintendo Switch, And then here we are with the Switch 2, similar, but I would say, it's different. It does look different enough. These are longer and more like, yo, here we are. We pop in and pop out. And then, really cool from the little we've seen. So it's interesting. I wonder, what they're going to do else. Maybe we could finally live stream and record more than 15 seconds of video. What Nintendo needs to do, I feel like, and what I really hope they do in this console is realize that people enjoy gaming, recording gameplay, more for the content creator, just like Sony. Look, the PS5 has a lot of full shit, you know what I mean? But let's be honest, and at least we could live stream and record gameplay, you know what I mean? So I think if Nintendo provides a way for us to live stream within this console or record long gameplays, dude, I think this is going to be 1000% successful, and they should be, ready to just sell as many copies as you can, because, dude, I think it would be wonderful, if we could just, boom, live stream straight from the Nintendo console. And then them showing, support, like, hey, yo, we support this. Because I remember a time, I believe they were, like, against that and all that. So if they show a way to be like, okay, we're all fully in, here you go, boom. And this being more powerful, let's be honest, if our phones could live stream, a Nintendo Switch 2 could live stream. It's possible, And another thing is, when it comes down to, design-wise and looking at it, I hope that they come out with different colors, because having a white and black console is such basic, and yeah, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, PlayStation does the same shit, but, and this goes to them too, but, imagine if they had fully, magenta color, or a color that's like ice blue, and a see-through console. Remember when they used to do those, see-through and all that? Remember, like, basically learn from the Nintendo, GameCube and the Nintendo 64. And you know what I mean? They had, like, look at how those consoles used to look like. You had see-through consoles, you had ice blue, you had, what was it, violet and all that stuff. Different types of colors. It was really cool. You know what I mean? So I hope that they have something creative like that, like a ice blue or fire red see-through, and something like that surprises everyone. So I think that would be pretty cool. I was going to say a joke, like imagine if the Nintendo Switch 2 plays 8K gaming, and then they just shows Sony like, yo, you see, this is how 8K really looks. But then I took a little serious in the ways of like, wait a minute. A Nintendo Switch is basically, it's a handheld. It's going to be on the TV. It's going to be interesting. It is possible for them to at least hit, maybe, depending the hardware, and if they don't cheap out and they actually want to make this powerful enough, which they should. Hey, look, like, hear me out. Look at a smartphone, for example. Smartphones nowadays, they could handle 4K, different quality type videos. They could live stream. They could do many things as smartphone. You know what I mean? A few years ago, I think it was on the other channel, I live streamed from the smartphone and all that. So yeah, it's capable of doing all that, a handheld on the go device. So I think if Nintendo Switch 2 puts that in, it's going to be really amazing and fun. Imagine live streaming Mario Kart 9, or making like a series just recording your gameplay of the next Metroid game. Like, that would be really cool. Straight from the Nintendo console, no need for the Elgatos and whatever the hell capture devices people use. I used the Elgato to capture Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Supersmallchibiwolf back then. So, and on this channel, I think I still have it uploaded here. But yeah, so it would be cool to press a button and be like, boom, we live stream, we're recording right away. You know what I mean? That would be really cool. And I hope Nintendo opens up more on that concept, because throughout the years, Nintendo, like, say, I think it was like 2014 or something, like, so over like 10-11 years ago, they were strict on it during the Wii U. I remember them saying, and like, for example, you uploaded a video, they get mad, they copy strike you and all that stuff, copyright strikes, and that was annoying. But throughout the years, it seems like they were more open on it, and I'm like, yo, this is pretty cool. I like this. So hopefully that they provide a way to live stream or record long gameplays straight from the console itself, because handhelds and all that, all they need to do is put technology from a smartphone in here, and then boom, you can live stream straight from your console, or gameplay recordings and stuff like that. So I think it'll be cool. And look, real quick, before someone says, I'll just just use the Elgato and blah blah blah, that's not the point. The point is Nintendo providing a way and showing that they're supporting the community, and like, hey, we support you live stream. We support that you're, enjoying our game enough to do full out gameplays and all that. So it's more of like, them showing their support to the community and accepting, like, hey, look, we want you to do this. You know what I mean? Obviously, you could put an Elgato and, boom, live stream anything from the Switch. So yeah. That's one thing that I was thinking about recently. Next thing I want to talk about are the games. My predictions on the games and stuff like that. So, let's get into this. Nintendo Switch 2. I feel like from what we saw from the trailer, it's a possibility it could launch with either two things. A brand new Super Mario game, a 3D full-on adventure, or Mario Kart 9. Now, look, Nintendo Wii U had Mario Kart 8. Nintendo Switch had Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I think 100% Nintendo understands that if they try to do Mario Kart 8 one more time, there's going to be a riot and people's going to be fucking pissed. Okay? Let's be honest. Nintendo is, I think they're smart enough not to do Mario Kart 8 Deluxe again. That's a fun game. I loved and enjoyed it. But even I would have loved to see Mario Kart 9, you know what I mean, on the Switch 1. But here we are. That's the past, all that, blah. Now here we are, Nintendo Switch 2. This is Mario Kart 9. Okay, let's try to hope 100% that it's Mario Kart 9. Now, with that being that, I also hope that we also see a brand new, maybe we have a little bit of a sneak peek on a Zelda game. Maybe like at least the title naming. I hope that, don't get me wrong, I love the new designs and stuff, but oh man, I would have loved to see, like back and forth. This is my predictions for, the console. I feel like going into the Nintendo Switches of life, we're going to see new series is being created. Princess Zelda, just like Luigi, she's going to have her own games. Oh, I should have said Princess Peach. Makes more sense than the princesses. But yeah, just Mario really doesn't have a Luigi, so you know what I mean. But Princess Zelda, just like Princess Peach, is going to have a game series. And I hope that they continue on. Maybe we have a sneak peek to like a sequel or maybe a whole new game. Where she's a protagonist. We have a little bit sneak peek of Mario Kart 9, hopefully. And of course, we're going to see Metroid. I feel like Prime 4, it's going to be a cross-gen thing where they're going to have it either two things. They're going to release it on the Nintendo Switch only, and of course, your backwards capability on the Switch too. Or it's going to be both, releases for the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. So backwards capability is going to be an option, or if you want it for your new console, they're going to have it just for the Nintendo Switch 2, an option for you to purchase it just for the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, also, oh man, come on, man. This is my wants, so I want an F-Zero game. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. He could be DLC for Mario Kart 9. At least give us DLC. You know what I mean? Give the fans something. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has his stage. He could have been perfect DLC. So maybe, we see the trail of Mario Kart 9. Boom, boom, boom. Everyone's racing. It ends with Rainbow Road. And then who we see there? Who comes first place? Captain Falcon. Dude, that would be... Then there will be like... on fire after that. And yeah, and I feel like that would be a great way for Nintendo to test the fans. Be like, oh, okay, you really want a game? Okay, we're going to test him out on this. And if it really shoots up, they're going to give us a new F-Zero game. Now, that's my other predictions of random predictions. So yeah, I'll talk about game-wise in another video. So this one doesn't need to be too long. And I'll leave it like that. So Nintendo Switch 2 wise, I feel like they have, an interesting look and fun look. Okay, really cool. I think the name wise, I've come to accept and been like, what? This is interesting. Okay, they're continuing on just like Sony has their PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nintendo has the Nintendo Switch 1, Nintendo Switch 2, which is coming up, and, it's interesting. And also the game wise, of course, let me just say this, if the new Metroid Prime game does release on the Nintendo Switch 2 and the Nintendo Switch, I wouldn't mind if it releases just for the Nintendo Switch. It's great because, of course, it's going to play its backwards capability, which is really wonderful. I love when consoles do that. And I feel like, I hope, out of all the things, one thing that I really hope hardware-wise is that we get to live stream. Like I said, tell me in the comments what you think about this. If a smartphone could do it, then I think a Switch 2 could do it. I think, technology-wise, I think they could fit something in. That would be really cool. So, yeah, with all that being that, let me know what you think. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, bye.